Hi, this is Roy with Cook with Roy. Glad to be back. So today we're going to start off with quiche or a tart. We've got plenty of fresh vegetables, some green onions, spinach, mushrooms, Swiss cheese, and of course a mixture of egg and cream to make it delicious. Like I said, we're going to make this quick and easy, and we're going to use a store-bought pie crust. And you know, I love this pan here. Obviously, you can use a regular pie pan to make your quiche. But I got this and I absolutely love it. You know why? Because when it's done, you can pull the quiche through, and it has a nice fluted edges. And I'll show you in a little bit how it takes the stress out of making that perfect crust on the outside, because you don't have to. So we just take the crust and we set it inside the pan. And one of the things that you need to do is, instead of like pushing it in, you let it fall into the pan. So you trim off your excess. Boy, I tell you what, these store-bought crusts don't give you a lot of extra. Then you take a fork and you perforate the bottom like that. Take some beans, weights, or what have you, and put them in here so that it doesn't also bubble up. So I'm going to do that, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we've got the pie crust cooking. It'll be done in 10 or 12 minutes and we'll let it cool. Meanwhile, we'll get started on our other ingredients. So we're going to grate cheese. I'm using Swiss today. You know, the nice thing about quiche is that the ingredients are not all that important to have exactly the right amount. Like, I'm using 8 ounces of Swiss cheese here. I may or may not use all of it for this one quiche. We'll see. The mixture that goes in the quiche, the liquid mixture, the liquid mixture is a little more important. We're going to do 5 eggs and about a quarter cup of cream, give or take a little bit. That's a little important, but as far as what you put in the quiche, that's up to you. I mean, a lot of people use ham and Swiss cheese with spinach. We're going to not put any ham in today. We're just going to use Swiss cheese, spinach, and mushrooms and green onions. So we got the cheese all done. We're going to go ahead and chop up the mushrooms. All right, we got our mushrooms chopped. I'm going to throw them in the cast iron skillet. Let them start to cook. There's always one that wants to escape. We had one jump around on the floor, and then we had one that just jumped out of the skillet. Mushrooms, they grow in the wild, and I think they just stay wild. They're wild. We got the mushrooms cooked. Let's do the green onions. Now we're going to wait for the mushrooms to cook a little while before we put the green onions in, so they cook more evenly together. Okay, so you can see we got our tart out of the oven, and we're just going to set this aside right over here and let it cool down a little bit before we start putting the ingredients in. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to put 5 eggs in a bowl, and then we're going to mix in some cream, mix it up, and get ready to put it in our filling. All right, so now we're going to beat the living devil out of these eggs. Go ahead and get our cream. Now when we were shopping for the cream, we like to buy cream that has just cream in it and not all kinds of other ingredients. So I've got about a half a cup of cream in there. A lot of recipes vary. Some of them have a lot more cream, some of them have less. Now, of course, you can use any kind of seasonings that you want. I'm going to do a little bit of salt, not a whole lot. A little bit of pepper. Obviously, you would probably want to do freshly ground pepper, but you know, what the hey. And a little something that I love to put in is some fresh ground nutmeg. And this is a microplane grater. Now, we're not going to use a lot, that's plenty. Just really brings those flavors together, and it's a delicious addition. Okay, let's set this aside. Bring our cheese out. Bring our quiche over, our quiche crust, tart, whatever you want to call it. Let's get some cheese in the bottom there. Got that. Now we're going to get our vegetables and put in there. Now, of course, that was spinach, green onions, and mushrooms in this one. And we're just going to finish off here with the rest of the batter. Perfect. I'm going to get a sheet with a piece of foil on it, and I'd like to put this on top of here for a couple reasons. Number one, if it does drip, it's not going to mess up your oven or cause smokiness in the kitchen. So now it's really easy to transport. And so we'll go ahead and put it in the oven. So our quiche has cooled down a little bit, and this is what I like about this pan. You just set it here, and voila, there's your tart, beautiful tart. All right, so let's cut a piece out here and see how we do, how we did. All right, I am ready to try our quiche. It looks delicious. That's excellent. I really love mushrooms and spinach, one of my favorite combinations. I think we could have cooked our crust a little longer, but you know what? That's okay. It's still delicious. Well, today we made quiche. It was delicious, quick, and easy, and I hope that you give it a shot. You can put anything you want in it that you enjoy. If you would like more of a meat version, that would be great. You know, ham, bacon, sausage, chicken, whatever. Your quiche can be whatever you want it to be. So this is Roy with Cook with Roy. Also remember to subscribe and like our channel. If you have comments, I'd love to hear them. We'll be back soon with another recipe, and we're very happy to be back. So you guys take care.